I'm here to advocate the importance of education. Education plays a vital role in shaping successful people. That's why education is one of the most important things that we need in our existence. Education can give us the knowledge that we need to be a successful person in the future. True education is not all about earning degree, certificate, and medals, because it's all about the things that we learn and able to bring changes in society and have a brighter future. And according to Nelson Mandela, education is most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Which is true because we can use education to lessen poverty. Because if a person graduate, there is a possibility that he or she can get a job and earn money. And we can also use education in preventing death and illness by spreading awareness about mental illness and things that can prevent deaths. That's why we cannot just ignore the importance of education because it can help us in many different ways. It helps us build opinions and have point of views on things in life and give different perspective on life and establish a personal opinion. It will help us to understand between good or bad, and education gives people the knowledge and skills they require. If we have education, we can able to fulfill the basic needs in life. It can also help us to learn new things, find good jobs, and lead a respectable life in society. It helps society to develop socially and economically. And we have many advantages of education like responsibility. If you're successful to completing your education, teaches you how to manage yourself and be responsible. Because if we finally complete our education, it can define us as a responsible person because we can able to provide time to finish our schoolworks. We can also make sacrifices in able to finish our assignments. We can also call responsible because we able to finish the course that we choose. And education reduce the inequality. Education is the greatest equalizer, and education is key to improve the quality of human life. And another advantage of education is experience. Education gives us different experience. It can give us a better and more developed understanding of the world. It can also help us to discover different points of views, and we can also experience mistakes that can lead us into success. Despite the advantage, there are also disadvantages of education, and this is the discrimination. That because of the degree and experience, people think that they are ahead of everyone. They think that they are smarter than others. And there are also three types of education: the formal, non-formal, and informal education. Formal education is normally delivered by trained teachers in a systematic, intentional way within a school, higher education, or university. It helps people to acquire the skills that people need. They also give specialized training for jobs and careers. Non-formal education is any organized education activity that take place outside the formal education system. And lastly, informal education is a general term for education that can occur outside of a structured curriculum. Here in formal education, every individual acquires to have attitude, values, skills, and knowledge for daily experience. The people who have enough money to study in beautiful private schools cannot see the real importance of education. They ignore the importance of it because, like what I said, they have enough money so they don't need to focus on their study to have a brighter future. Because they can use money to find good jobs. But if you look in the people who lacking in money, is the one who see the real importance of education. They value the education because they want to raise their family in poverty. They also walk long distance just to reach the school far from their homes. My point is the person who have enough money is the one who cannot see the importance of education. The person who afford the expensive schools and get the enough education they need to have a better future ignore the importance of education because they sure about in their future because of their money. But the one who don't have enough money and can afford to go expensive schools, the one who trying to study hard to sure that they can get good jobs. Nowadays, education become the basic requirements for everything that we want to do. Education is more important nowadays because there are thousand things around us that we need to understand, like our modern technologies. If we don't have enough knowledge, we cannot use technologies because we don't even know how to use it. Human can live in this world with their instinct. We cannot live in this world with just a stronger body because we need enough knowledge to live in this world. Education can also help us to recognize our inborn skills, and education is also prone to any violence. And despite of any advantages of education, we also have threats to education, like poverty. Poverty is the main threats of education, and I can also say that poverty is the main enemy of education because, like what I said, some people don't have enough money to study. That's why they just choose to work instead of studying. And poor nutrition is also a threat to education because malnourished children miss education. That's why some school offered the feeding program to help some children to become healthy. But now, I don't understand the education system. It doesn't matter if students don't understand the lesson because they think that they just need to pass their exam and do the performance tasks to pass their grade. And some students nowadays can graduate without having learned in their past lessons. Students also learn to cheat on their exams and quizzes because they're scared to fail. In short, it values dry knowledge higher than applicable skills, progress, personalities, and creativity.